Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your next love interest reading for Virgo. Who is your next love interest? So there we have Virgo. Now this could be, if you are the feminine energy, I do see a masculine Virgo energy. Yeah, so just be a little careful of someone here. Now it could be someone who's insecure. So this is somebody often a little sneaky behavior, but you can see it's often the one that got away. So, but you can see all isn't what it seems. We have someone sitting here and there's an ice sculpture melting. So it could be somebody who stands you up or sneaks away. Yeah, and I do see change, somebody possibly coming back around, but I mean, you may have moved on from a situation. I feel it has to do with some kind of change. Yeah, something ended. So there is an ending. And it could be this person ending something because they feel something sneaky, suspicious going on. But it has to do with change. Yeah, we have somebody holding back. So I see somebody kind of holding back because it does look like something ended. And I definitely feel something sketchy or sneaky happened, or somebody maybe just stood somebody up here. Yeah, it does look like somebody held back. And it does have to do with an ending. We'll see. I see there's an energy of 3 here. Yeah, a little player energy, someone being a little sneaky. But so let's have a look at this King of Pentacles. Who is this person? Who is this person? Yeah, somebody here. It's a person releasing. So I feel someone's letting someone go. They're moving on from a situation. They feel this situation doesn't serve. Someone may not have their best interest at heart. It's over. So there's been somebody who's been holding back until they ended a situation. Yeah, so it's an energy of some kind of good news because there's change. So there's some sort of hope. Someone's letting go. See, it has to do with the feelings being mutual too. Yeah, someone being cautious, careful what they wish for. Just be a little careful of someone who has that energy of determined to win. Just be careful of somebody a little bit smug. Or that's just what's being left behind, because I see someone moving on and releasing and letting something go. And it looks like it's this person because they're still looking forward. They're playing it safe and being cautious. Someone's being cautious here. Yeah, they're careful what they wish for, but I do think they were dealing with someone here. Yeah, let's have a look at this world. Why is the world here? This has to do with growth, change, a new chapter. Yeah, so there's good news. There is some kind of good news. Someone's letting go, releasing someone the situation didn't serve. And it could be 2 people where they just, mutual feelings where they decide it's time to move on. Yeah, but there is positive change, some kind of positive news. Let's have a look at the Death card. Yeah, this is 2 people coming apart. See, between 2 worlds. So if you start with somebody here, it may start where they've just let go of someone. See, the situation didn't serve. Somebody didn't have someone's best interest at heart. Because the King of Pentacles looks at things very, very carefully. If they feel something sketchy or sneaky going on, they just kind of keep things to themselves. They play it safe. So 2 people coming apart, but it's somebody wanting to come together and they're kind of holding back a bit until something is over. Yeah, someone's moving on from someone. Yeah, see, before starting something new. So there is definitely happiness, high vibrational, positive energy. So somebody making sure something is over before they, the path they're on, you see. They're just definitely, before they go down this path, they need to end something before starting something new. Yeah, there's that aha moment, little enlightenment. Yeah. Somebody here, I'll just see what that is. Let's have a look at the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups, yeah. So this is someone keeping it all in, keeping things to themselves. But I do see privacy. But somebody's definitely gone within. See, they've gone within. They're like, aha. So I feel like it could be yourself. Yeah, see, it's an energy of letting go. A situation doesn't serve. Someone doesn't have there's someone who feels something sketchy. They don't have their best interest at heart. Yeah, we have the Empress. See, it's the Empress knows. This is somebody who knows. They're keeping it to themselves. So maybe you already know the answers you're seeking. that someone started something before they ended it. Or like I say, to me it looks like somebody's wanting to take someone out on a date and they're holding back until making sure something's over. Because this is about happiness, joy, starting something. So I do feel the energy of someone attracting here what they desire for sure. Yeah, we have someone here. There it is, a little aha moment. I think you already know the answers you're seeking. I feel like you're open to talk, but I mean, I do see the energy of a feminine energy. You're open to something new, but it has to do with this. If you've ended something with someone, you feel they don't have your best interest at heart. I do see Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but I also see this person being cautious. Now, we often have someone who's very determined to win. Like I say, it's often sneaky. All isn't always what it seems, and that's what I feel like's happened. But it has to do with mutual energy and maybe meeting through some mutual friends. So there's some kind of good news. This is two people just checking each other out, but I do see a little pause because someone's letting something go before they start something new, and I feel like you know. Could be people telling you. Let's have a look at the Three of Cups at the top, the Three of Cups. Yeah, see, it's about interest, investing, someone being patient. See, and I definitely feel some of you being patient. An Empress is only patient for so long, but it's about interest in investing. Someone's looking to see if someone's still invested in someone else. See, it's also someone who doesn't put all their eggs in one basket. Yeah. But there's good news. I feel there's good news. See, it's like I say, two people checking each other out, and we have a person holding back a little. Yeah, waiting to end a situation. Because it's an energy of investing and patience. Yeah, someone's being a little cautious here. I mean, really careful. Yeah, so we have this energy of moving on. Yeah, it's a whole new chapter, I feel. Tell me more about the world. See, it's somebody who's no longer invested. They've been patient. You see, it's all about change. And I see two people change. So I feel we have a person, and I think the feelings are mutual. Tell me about the Star. Yeah, see, it's an energy of somebody coming in right, planting the seed. So somebody here, it's all about somebody here taking a pause and letting go. Maybe of some people. I don't really see options, opportunities, but it's definitely someone who plays it safe, cautious. Someone who doesn't put all their eggs in one basket. But it's definitely an energy of moving on from this energy. So there's change coming, and I do see positive new change. Two people, somebody coming apart, moving on, two people coming together. But it's somebody building the foundation. It's all about coming in right. So I feel if you're that feminine energy, you're about to receive. And I do see a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or just a person who's stable. I do see Pisces energy here. Maybe both of you have some Pisces energy. But it has to do with somebody going within. Into me I see. Yeah, this is somebody seeing this person. See, they're keeping this to themselves right now. So I do see an energy of two people talking and just keeping things to themselves. I see privacy and a private conversation. So whatever goes on between you stays between you. But the Empress already knows the answers they're seeking. Someone's definitely checking someone out here. But it's a person who's definitely going to end something before they start something new. Tell me more about the Hanged Man. Yeah, so this is someone who's checking things out, taking their time. They're cautious, careful what they wish for. Because this is somebody I feel who's maybe been taken advantage of or played before. Maybe even both of you, the sneaky energy. Remember, all isn't always what it seems. And that's the whole point of the Seven of Swords. It could be someone feeling a little insecure, so they decide to kind of sneak away a little bit. Yeah, but it's all about coming in right. So I do feel it's about both people getting what they want, filling the cup. And I do see this energy of moving on, no longer invested or interested in someone here. And it could be people talking about it. You know, hey, this person's interested in you. Because it is about a person coming in, and I do see receiving. This is somebody looking ahead, see, preparing. This is somebody who's been preparing themselves and looking forward. And what they see, they really see, is an Empress energy. Yeah, see, it's a cycle ending, a whole new cycle. See, it's all about good luck and timing. Beautiful, positive new cycle. I mean, this is beautiful. So it's definitely very good that somebody is taking their time and making sure a situation is over. Yeah. Somebody might try to sneak their way back in, and that could be why. Tell me about the Nine of Cups. Just watch out. I do think somebody is ending something with someone who's being smug. It's like they want to win. They're sneaky. I do see somebody who can be kind of arrogant here too, you know. But yeah, so that's what I feel moving on from that situation. Now, some of you, there could be two, like I say, two King of Pentacles energies. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But definitely I'm seeing the Leo and the Pisces energy. But it's everything being exposed. And I do feel there's some very positive, happy kind of news communication. Yeah, it all has to do with a house and a home, someone's financial foundation. I see someone purchasing a new home, something expensive, or just, you know, it could be any, I mean, it could be a fixer-upper. Often the Seven of Swords is that fixer-upper. Pretty interesting, but like I say, it's a lot about the financial foundation, a reason to celebrate, people getting together. So there's some kind of opportunity. See, planting the seed, build the foundation. It could be introduced into friends and family, but there's good news. Something to do with community. It could be online, offline, but it's about connecting, and there's definitely an energy of somebody moving on from a situation, maybe because they'll never change. And often this is an energy where someone gets played, somebody being cruel or arrogant, whatever the situation. That's where I feel. So interesting. I mean, the Empress is someone who knows. They trust their intuition. So this is someone feeling very positive. Looks like both people. Tell me about the Empress. Yeah, the Empress knows when something is off, but they also know when something's just right. See, it's all about chemistry. So someone just kind of, you know, and I do feel someone sees. I feel some of you have a choice between two. One of these people is right, one of them isn't. So I do think it's telling you if you feel something is off, it probably is. But this is something just right. Yeah, there's chemistry. Yeah, see, there may have just been a lack of chemistry. And it's possible somebody snuck away. And it is possible someone may try to sneak their way back in. But I feel some of you have already moved on. Because I don't see, I mean, the Empress often definitely doesn't put all their eggs in one basket. And it could be this person too. But I do see that fixer-upper. I mean, it could be the player, you know, player getting played energy, where the feminine energy figures it out, feels something is off and decides to just move on. But I see this positive change moving forward. Yeah, there's definitely that Mercury energy. Interesting. Yeah, it has to do with manifesting something new. So there's definitely new. Very positive, yeah. But just remember, all isn't always what it seems. Sometimes people kind of feel a little insecure. They feel something is up. Definitely, see, it's an energy of someone needing to end something before they start new. But I definitely feel like the tables are turning too here. So, yeah, there's change. There's a spark. See, it's manifesting desire. There's a beautiful chemistry and attraction. The Empress knows. This is somebody who knows. And I do, and it could be people telling this person, someone's checking you out. I mean, often the King of Pentacles can act a little aloof. Kind of act like they're not interested because they feel something sneaky's going on. Yeah, well, isn't always what it seems. Yeah, you can see somebody putting the brakes on one situation. The Empress has taken their power back from someone. See, moving on, because I see another opportunity. See, it's like the tables are turning. The Empress is taking back their power. Someone was trying to take someone's power too. Yeah, see, insecurity. But I still feel out with the old, in with the new, because it's ended, it's done. I see someone moving on. I see a person selling a home, buying a new home. You know, some of that energy for some. And I do see a strong financial foundation, but it's a win-win for both people. So this is interesting. So it is good to take that little pause and look at things from different perspectives. See, Empress keeps their options open. So look at that. It's an energy of someone coming in just right. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. It's some of you have a choice between two if you're the feminine, and definitely you're going to move on from someone, because I do think this is someone who may be, you know, invested in other people, because this is all about soulmate connection, and it is about friends first and connecting. So let's have a look at that. Yeah, so there's definitely an energy of competition and conflict. Yeah, see, it's obstacles overcoming. So there's definitely, the Empress doesn't compete. So if somebody's interested in other people, the Empress doesn't compete. I feel like if you're the feminine, you got new. If you're the masculine, it's telling you to come in right. Take control of the situation. See, so try not to be ruled by your emotions, but overcoming. And I do see a little drama here too, conflict. Yeah, this is like I say, if it doesn't feel right, it isn't. But as far as the masculine, it's about coming in right, putting the best foot forward, overcoming these obstacles. And someone needs to move on. If there is someone who's invested in too many people or too many people interested, there's competition. This is where the Empress keeps their options open, because this is not somebody who's going to invest in somebody who's invested in other people. So yeah, it also has to do with someone's pride. Yeah, somebody with a pretty big ego. Someone's pride getting in the way, but it's also an energy of chase. And it could be someone getting a lot of unwanted attention, but I feel like somebody here needs to let go of their pride and ego and let go of control. I think the feminine here is taking their power back. Yeah, someone manifesting new. I do see the feminine energy with Virgo. I also see some Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, the Sun, which is Leo energies. But it's all about happiness because something is finally over. I think you got new coming in for the feminine. As far as the masculine, it's all about coming in right. But you can see the tables are turning. I see two King of Pentacles. So there's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. Yeah, interesting. Tell me about the house, the home. Yeah, we have an Emperor. Someone who has everything they need. They're manifesting their desire. So there's an Emperor, someone who's going to make this happen. Someone's ending a situation. Do see some Aries energy with this, but it's Mars energy. It's someone who means business. They're taking control. They're releasing people, situations, whatever it may be, and overcoming these obstacles. So this is someone taking action. It's something worth fighting for. Yeah, someone's ending a situation. Enough is enough energy. The Emperors make things happen. So pretty cool energy. So those of you who are in the feminine energy, definitely I do see you have a person here who's just not right for you. They don't come in right, and somebody who does come in right, they take the lead. Pretty interesting. Yeah, see, it's all about happiness. Someone who sees the bigger picture. See, it's a person putting themselves out there, putting all the cups on the table. The Empress is always open to talk, but if the Empress feels something is off, they will put on the brakes. And that's what I kind of feel here. It's definitely an energy of someone who needs to come in right. I mean, it could be something that's happened between two people, but I am seeing two. I see the energy of two King of Pentacles. Yeah, see somebody asking someone on a date. It's someone new. Yeah, it's a person taking action. Someone's releasing people. I do feel both people get a lot of attention, but one of them definitely is someone who, I feel like what we have is a person who likes the chase. And then when they start getting connected emotionally, they put on the brakes, where the other person takes control. They're coming in right. And that's what I feel is happening. So interesting. But yeah, it's asking someone out on a date. I definitely feel there's chemistry. I do feel a lot of chemistry here. I see a spark. See two people checking each other out. This person could act a little aloof at first, or just kind of look at someone and look away and then kind of, think about it. And it's more than likely because somebody holding back until they've ended it. Ending something. Ending all their options too. Yeah. Yeah, we got to crush someone who longs for love. It's often someone who gives gifts, flowers. I do see romantic energy. I wouldn't be surprised some of you have had a secret admirer checking you out. The Empress knows their worth and value too. And I do feel somebody here may have felt someone was out of their league or whatever. But I mean, I just see the Empress no longer invested in this, moving on, connecting with someone else, because I do see the Empress doesn't chase and the Empress isn't competing. So someone who's not interested in anyone who has a lot of options and opportunities, So definitely very positive. Yeah, we have an Emperor feeling really confident. The Empress is definitely teaching someone how they want to be treated, but I feel it's just definitely a lot of confidence. See, this is someone who feels very confident. They're already prepared. They're already looking ahead. So definitely. And I think we have a person here who kind of wants their cake and eat it too. And I do think it's this other person. It's like if they don't get what they want from one person, they put on the brakes and they go get attention elsewhere. The Empress isn't going to settle for that. And this King of Pentacles here isn't either. And they're an Emperor. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, the Empress doesn't sit and wait and let someone waste their time. So this is an energy of a situation coming to fruition. There is an ending and a new beginning. Yeah, there's so much opportunity here. This is two people who see opportunity. I see some fantasizing and romanticizing here. See, it's starting off beautiful, where two people actually see so much opportunity between you. I mean, the sky's the limit here between these two people. So absolutely gorgeous. So to be able to tell this Emperor, it's a person who comes in right. They build the foundation. They pick you up. They take you home. They take you on dates. See, and I feel like and I do think it's someone who may be held back. But now that I see this is somebody who, as soon as somebody wants to go on a date or as soon as they want to get emotionally connected, I think it's a person who puts on the brakes. And that's why I feel the Empress has taken their power back. Anybody who's confident, because it's an energy of someone comes in confident. So if you feel something is sneaky or sketchy, definitely trust that intuition. Yeah, because I do think you have a person here who I feel likes to be in control. They kind of like things their way. Yeah, very interesting energy. The Empress definitely isn't chasing after anyone. I think this other person just likes the chase. Then when they get what they want, they put on the brakes because they don't really want any kind of commitment. And that's what I feel. So one of them's right, one of them isn't. Just look for the signs and the signals. I do think your intuition's going to tell you, pay attention to the red flags with one of them. Okay? Yeah, because I do see things are changing, positive energy for you. And I do feel some of you, this situation that may have happened, it could be something that's probably happened. And I do see Mercury retrograde, romanticizing or just thinking about past. So, I mean, it's probably something that's already, could be very well long over. But anybody who won't take you out on a date or spend time with you, or they're secret, they keep you a secret, or they have secrets, I think you're going to know. Your intuition's going to tell you. You're going to get little downloads. So take care and bye for now.